There 2 hours.
You need to get to where werewolves are.
She said, that's the one.
That's the one.
So the troll and the wizard were busy forming a plan, and they did not know that they were being spied on by an owl. He jumped up and he said, I've got to go tell the princesses what I've heard.
I got to go tell the princesses what I heard.
So he flew to the princesses. And he said, princesses, I've got some terrible news.
Princesses, I got terrible news.
Princess Madeline stood up. And she said, what is it, Hootie?
I see my daddy, Sailor.
He said, the wizard and the troll are going to lock up the wishing well.
The wizard and the troll are going to lock up the wishing well.
And Eliza said, that is bad news.
There is bad news.
Madeline said, that's the only way for our friends to visit us.
It's the only way for our friends to visit.
Our friends from the human world.
My friends from the human.
We have to stop them. So they ran to the wishing well to head them off. Go on, go, go, go. Well, right about the exact same time, our two villains were also running to the wishing well. And when they arrived, that evil wizard shouted, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
And Eliza said, we're going to stop you.
We're going to stop you.
The troll said, you can't stop us.
You can't stop us.
And the wizard said, if you like the humans so much, you can join them.
If you like the humans so much, you can join them.
And she raised her magical hand and bam! She forced them into the wishing well. Oh, then she did the unthinkable. She turned around, she looked at the troll and she said, lock it up!
Lock it up.
So the troll locked up the wishing well and they could not return. The wizard said, now that they are gone, we can take over the labyrinth.
Now that they are gone, we can take over the labyrinth.
The troll said, what are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
We're going to visit all the kingdoms
We're going to visit all the kingdoms.
and show them who's boss.
And show them who's boss.
So they headed off to visit other kingdoms. First, they went to the Foggy Bog and destroyed it. Then they went to Gnome Gardens and did the same thing. Then Deep Forest, Mound Meadows, and even Elfland. At the end of the day, that wizard said, I'm tired of this, I need a nap.
I'm tired of it. I need that.
The troll said, me too, let's go home.
Me too. Let's go home.
And they went home laughing, a wicked laugh all the way. Meanwhile, our owl and our two princesses were stranded in the human world. And they didn't know what they were going to do. The owl said, how are we going to get home?
How are we going to get home?
Eliza said, we'll have to get somebody to help us.
We'll have to get somebody to help us.
Just then, Princess Madeline noticed something. She said, hey, look, there's a
Hey,
magic.
look, there's a magic stuff. Maybe they can help us get home.
So they ran to the magic shop, and the magic shop owner greeted them. He said, hello there.
Hello, Dan.
What can I do for you? From the secret labyrinth.
We are from the secret. We are from the UK.
And we need to find a way home.
We need to find a way.
The shop owner said, let me check the back. I'll see what I have in stock. So he checked the back, and then he came back, and he said, I don't have much. I just have a fairy egg. Eliza said, a fairy egg would be great. So they paid the magic shop owner, and they carried the fairy egg outside So they set it down. They scooted it a little bit further to the middle. And then the owl said, it was good. The owl said, now what do we do?
Now what do we do?
Princess Madeline sat down and she said, we wait for it to hatch. We wait for it to hatch.
We wait for it to hatch.
A fairy will pop out.
Fairy will pop out and let us get home.
Well, just then the egg started to move a little bit. Just a little bit. Princess Eliza said, oh look, it's starting to hatch. And just then it did hatch.